Scissors are great. A knife is useful. But what if you can kind of combine both of these into one? That is what I think these are. So these are the Fiskars multi-snips, and because it's spring, we get to play with some new tools, and this is definitely one of those most interesting tools that I have come across. So Fiskars does call these multi-purpose snips, and really what you have here is kind of like three tools in one. So number one is you have a traditional pair of scissors, which are going to be useful for gardening, um, basically cutting small stems, um, harvesting things such as, let's say, grapevines, things like that, or getting rid of extra growth. Then you can lock them, and you have two types of knife edges. So on this side, you have a sharp knife, and on this side, you have a serrated edge, which is going to be perfect. So you can use this for like cutting rope, things like that, possibly even as a small mini saw. And on this side, you basically have a package opener, box opener, or anything to open up like all those bags of fertilizer, lime, soil, and things like that. Definitely a very useful tool, but because even with the locking gauge, it's not really that safe, it is going to come with a sheath with a belt loop, which I haven't really kind of used yet. I've just literally just thrown them, or if you have like nice thick clothing, put it in there. Wifey, when she carries these, she basically just goes out and she just puts it in her basket, which she takes out there and goes with that. Very interesting tool. I'm not necessarily sure that you're going to need it, but it definitely replaces a couple of different tools that you might need in the garden. Very worthwhile taking a look into. The lock is very similar to what you find in a lot of the Fiskars bypass pruners. You do have the same style of a spring. Ergonomic handles, they are kind of rubberized, nice durable blades, and pretty smooth action. Definitely feels like a very high-end pair of scissors. And actually one thing I'm even noticing on here that was never advertised anywhere, it looks like on the bottom here, you do have like a wire cutter. So if you're working with, let's say, trellis wire, things like that, you do have a little edge here for that. So that would be interesting. And like I said, the one downside to a lot of the Fiskars products, they don't really come with instruction manuals. So that's why you have a lot of the Amazon comments for filled with like, well, how do you do this or how do you do that? On some of the bypass pruners, I mean, it literally takes a few seconds to kind of figure out how does it work. Now, the good thing, because it's a Fiskars product, is that it's also going to come with a Fiskars lifetime warranty. So if you do have any issues, contact the company and they will make it right. That is one of the perks of going with a Fiskars product versus a lot of the other peers, and especially versus, let's say, for example, some other brands. They might have a lifetime warranty, but it's a very limited type warranty, so it might cover, let's say, this handle breaks by manufacturing defect, but it's not going to cover a lot of the other things. So that's actually what I do like about Fiskars, is that they do have a full lifetime warranty, and that is one of the reasons to consider Fiskars and these multi-pair of knives and scissors and bypass pruners versus a lot of the competition. So these are the Fiskars multi-purpose snips. I guess I'm going to call it with that. Hey, I was right. It is a multi-purpose snip. And it's available here on Amazon for a very reasonable price.